Dum 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 dum. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend KNKL, Keenan Lafferty, bringing you another fine episode of the KNKL monthly, bi-monthly, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, yes, I'm here today specifically to reboot the series. For those of you who have been watching, I've been reading your comments, and really, it's so awesome to see that you guys are engaged and excited about the things that I do, and if anything, get a little bit of entertainment out of watching me flap my gums. So, basically, this is a little bit of a catching you up on what's been going on at my new job, which I will get to in just a minute. And yeah, basically, I just want to keep supplying content, and if anything, just keeping you guys, keep doing the show for you guys, because really, it means a lot that you guys watch this, and yeah, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So, anyway, let's get started, shall we? So, about the new job. Yes, I've been waiting a long time to talk to you guys about what's been going on at my new job at Riot. Yes, that is right. I am now one of their new 2D production advertising artists, and it is a freaking awesome job. And one of the biggest reasons why I haven't been able to talk to you as of the last couple months, and why I haven't done any real personal work either, is because, yeah, I didn't realize, but once you have a job doing art, like, I mean, full time, you don't really get much time to do your own personal work. And the last thing you want to do after you've been staring at a computer screen drawing for the last, 40 hours in a week is do it more, So I come home and I want to relax. And but anyway, that's besides the point. Let's get into what's been going on over the last couple months. So we'll begin the journey with our dear friend Twisted Fate here. This was my first commission drawing. I submitted my portfolio probably about a month. It was about a month before I heard anything back from them, and they eventually got back to me, and I was like really excited. And they basically, this is my test drawing. They said, okay, this is Twisted Fate. We want to redraw his splash, and they kind of gave me his lore and kind of gave me the basic idea of what they wanted. So we went through a bunch of different iterations, and actually, let me see if I can pull those up. One second. One moment. I'm going to pause the video just so I don't pull up anything I don't want you guys to see, so 1 minute. Alright, thank you for waiting while I made sure not to pull up any confidential information. So anyway, so this is how the Twisted Fate thing started. They said they wanted me to throw together some quick thumbnails and color layouts. So basically I threw together this one here, and there was like a little notes on why I did so, and then did this one here, and this one was pretty cool. But eventually we ended up going with this pose right here. They liked this pose, and they liked kind of the this little gambling house neon sign. So they said, okay, so kind of take a little of each of those. Oh yeah, and they also like these little authority guys running in the background. It was like the police, but it's not supposed to be like modern, so they just wanted to look like guards from Noxus or whatever. So we begin the epic journey to get to this Twisted Fate. So this was the first work in progress I sent to them, and for those of you who saw my art prior to 2 months ago, you know that I work with a lot of bright colors and really vibrant things, and this was my first work in progress. And now that I look back on it, it looks like neon, so don't judge too badly. Then I threw in the rendering, and it got to this, and you can see the little freaking cards around his feet, and they said that they didn't like that. Like, I was learning so much by doing this. Like, oh man, I know so much more about like art and just like focal points and color and everything. Like, I've been taught so much by the artists there, and I'm really, really happy. Like, I'm learning stuff every day, and that's the way the life of an artist should be, in my opinion. So we move on to this one. We're kind of throwing a little more color. Now I finally get the idea of what I want to do with the cards, and they're kind of swirling around them, but it's still too bright. Like, you'll notice that most Riot splash arts are very kind of more gritty and dark. So we eventually, I think that was the, oh no, we keep going. So we're to here. We've darkened the feet a little more. And go to there. See, kind of kicking him down, kind of bringing that focal point, that light right up to his face. And then from here to here, this is basically where they say, hey, this looks good, but we want to see you polish it, like, completely. And once I jumped to this phase, like, this is the point where I said to myself, I was like, wow, I did not think that I could really push myself to get that far. And that was really eye-opening to me. And it just basically showed me that, you know, you can really, like just the more work and hours you put into a drawing, it'll show. And really, that got me excited. I was like, you know, I really think I can do this. And they said that to me too. So not long after that, I went in for my on-site interview, and that was a fun day. But maybe I can devote another daily to talking about that. But I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that. But if I get to go ahead, maybe I will. So anyway, but today's daily is basically just about the art and the stuff I've done for Riot. So let's continue. So after that, basically these aren't really chronological order or anything, but this is just kind of, yeah, anyway. So yeah, I just said all of it. Um, you know, it's funny, since I've been working at Riot and like staring at a computer screen and just working all day, I don't know if it's stress, I don't know if it's the radio waves from the computer or something, but like I'm afraid like each day I can feel myself like consciously getting a little bit dumber, I guess you could say. Like I can't read or speak as well as I thought I used to, but I don't know, maybe it's just in my head. Anyway, if any of you have ever had like an experience like that, or like stress or something that's like rattling on your brain and you can't talk right or whatever, yeah, leave me a comment down below about what you did to kind of relax or meditate or get kind of back into your old way of doing things. Anyway, so moving on. This is our good friend Yorick, which came out a few patches ago. I was in charge of his Undertaker skin, and this skin was awesome because I had to freaking kick this thing out in one day, because like they were just like the deadline was really close and I just had to figure out a way to do it. But my good friend actually helped me come up with an idea where I could lay down a quick background and just paint him, and it just all fell together. It was awesome. This was obviously done for the competition in DreamHack. This is Viking Tryndamere, and he was released during the time of the, well, after DreamHack and during DreamHack, and that was really cool. I was really honored to be able to do that for them. I was like, man, this is awesome. I get to do a prize skin. People are gonna win this skin, you know. That like made me feel really good and excited. Now we're back to Yorick. This is Pentakill Yorick, and he is the bass man of the Pentakill group. And yes, I'm not sure exactly who the vocal guy is. A lot of people have said that it's a Mumu, but I think there's another guy that deserves that spot a little better. But we'll see if he eventually gets it. Blood Moon Akali. Now this is quite an interesting one. I had a lot of fun with this one. Basically, they gave me the splash of Blood Moon Shen and said, hey, we want you to kind of mimic the style, and but for Akali, obviously. And this one was really, really fun to do. The background, it was supposed to be like a dragon statue, but I don't know if it really came out looking right. I mean, you can kind of see the teeth, but other than that, that's about it. But anyway, I was really happy with the way she turned out. I thought she looked kind of cool, and the skin in general was really awesome. This is Dragon Renekton. Now, this is another a bit of a rushed one, and I think you can kind of see it a little bit in the brush strokes. It's still kind of a little bit rough, not as polished as I would have wanted it to be. But you know, sometimes in the freaking industry, you know, sometimes it's more about how fast can you do it rather than you know, whatever, you know, making it look as good as it can, unfortunately. But I mean, Riot really prides itself on releasing content that is really up to their standards, and they have a high bar, and I really dig that. But yeah, just in the case of this one, like, I like the way it looked, but I would have liked to spend a little bit more time on it. Executioner Mundo. This one was pretty awesome because I didn't take I wasn't a huge fan of Mundo, and I also find that I'm not really like, I only like a couple champions in the game of LoL. That's Kog'Maw, Urgot, and Maokai. and all the other champions are just kind of there, you know. But once you're forced to like get into the character and create a skin, create an advertisement thing for them, you really like you delve deep into their lore and you kind of figure out who they are, and then you kind of like you fall in love with them, like you really like them, and then you want to really like represent them as best you can in a drawing. This is Annie, and the one in the game, actually, they ended up changing her hair to pink. And this was my original rendition with, yeah, her blonde hair and Tibbers not quite on fire. And this is actually a rare piece, so yeah, for those of you who watch the daily, or the bi-monthly, are some of the only people who get to see this, so hopefully you feel special. Moving on to the lovely Jana. Now this is awesome. Like, I was super excited about this because this was the first like girl I got to do, and since I drew that picture of Sona, I haven't really had a chance to kind of draw any of the girls from LoL like for the game. So when I got this, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a really good job. And originally, this was kind of a, I can't take full credit for this because I actually tag teamed this with Katie DeSouza, and she is an absolutely amazing artist. She's freaking awesome. Like seeing her art in LoL made me literally want to step up my game and become, you know, like take in her techniques and like bring those into my skill set. So she's a huge inspiration to me, and I was really happy to be able to work on this with her. Cassidon, this was another one of the earlier ones that I did back when they were just, they're going back and they're redoing a lot of the splash arts, which they really need to. I mean, you look at splashes like Teemo and Rise, and they definitely, they look ancient compared to the ones that are coming out now. So yeah, those guys really need redos, and I think they'll be getting them pretty soon, hopefully. Wukong. Now this was awesome. I was very. It's another one of those splashes where you're really, really honored to be able to be the one to do it. And it was a little bit intimidating too because he had been anticipated for months. I mean, they had the reveal trailer for him like probably about 3 or 4 months before he actually even came out in the game. So, you know, every champion that came out, people were on the forums are like, "Where's Wukong? Where's Wukong?" You know that, and oh, where's our Tarek skin? But that's beside the point. Yeah, so Wukong was a very anticipated champion, and I was really happy that I'd be the one in charge of doing his splash. And I also got to do his general Wukong splash, and that one was really cool too. Two different, very different takes on the Wukong character, and both represented their own unique challenges. This one especially, like his shoulder armor piece and just his perspective of his hand, you know, coming towards you like that, you know. Oftentimes, you know, a quick pro tip if you want to know, to do things like that, what I'll do oftentimes is I'll take my phone and I'll take a picture of my hand, you know, like this, and then I'll hold my phone like that. I'll take a picture of it just so I can have a reference, especially for hands, because I think hands are very, very important to do. Like, the most important parts, I mean, I've said it before, of a character for me are the face and the hands. If you make those look really good, like, it just, man. For me, that's where I look first on the drawings, so it's really important that I make those look proper. So yeah, for those of you, I mean, reference always helps. And yeah, so that's a little pro tip of the day from your friend Keenan Lafferty. Ninja Ramus was the first skin that I did. This was actually before I even started going into the studio. I was still working under contract. And yeah, this one was really cool and also a unique challenge. It was an awesome skin, and it was done by one of my coworkers. His name's Larry, and he is frickin' thebomb.com. He makes the best skins for the game. I love that guy. Rune Golem Skarner. Now this guy was really cool because, yeah, Skarner in general was just a really awesome, unique character, and he presented a very unique challenge because most challenges are very, or most champions are very humanoid. You know, they're standing like this, and it's a very like straight up and down kind of picture. But in Skarner's case, he's very long, so I had to capture like that that distance and still give him a good silhouette. And that was kind of the big challenge with him, but I was pretty happy with the way he turned out. I would have liked to put a little bit more detail into the ground, but yeah, I mean, like with each drawing, I always look at, I always look at what I want to improve on for the next one. And it's really nice working in an open environment like Riot's, because you always have people that are ready to look at it with fresh eyes and basically give you their input, or what's reading properly, what they like, what they don't like. And those are all things that you take with you to your next drawing. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finale. I'm actually going to move my big face out of here so we can see this. This is the grand finale. This was the last contracted drawing that I did before I went into the studio. This was a big advertising campaign for the new map that's coming out, Dominion. And basically it was just Katarina and all her friends facing Rise and his friends. And they gave me a roster of the characters that they wanted to see, and we can actually zoom in a little bit and get a little bit of detail. Now, at first this was a very challenging drawing to fit all of these characters into, just because I wanted to give them each their own, time to shine pretty much, but make sure that Kat and Rise were really in the spotlight and really showcase them. Now, let's see. Oh, and you got Renekton and Garen. I'm trying to see how long I've been recording. Hopefully I'm not going too long. And whatever, it's all good. So the cool thing about this is actually, to my knowledge, not going to be released. I mean, it was released for a gaming convention in Spain, and to my knowledge, I don't believe that they're going to release it anytime soon. So, if you want to get this for yourselves, you can go to my art site, which is knockworst.deviantart.com. I've uploaded it there. And I think that's it. Yes. Or you can just sit here, you can pause the YouTube screen and then just look at it, screenshot it, whatever you want to do. But yes, that was really, really crazy. That drawing took a long time, and again, it was at a very important deadline, which forced me to really put in a lot of a lot of hours. But if there's anything I've learned over the last couple months, is that, really, I mean, some of the best things in life you're able to appreciate because you came from somewhere that wasn't as good. That wasn't very eloquent, but let me put it this way. When you struggle to get somewhere or to do something, it makes it all the more better when you finally get there than if it was just handed to you. So when you're working through your life and you're struggling or you have your challenges, don't look at it as a negative thing. Really try to notice that it's a positive thing and that it's really going to make the end or the victory all the sweeter. So with that, yeah, I just want to draw this to a conclusion, and thank you guys for being patient and for contacting me. Thank you for all the kind comments and all the things you say about, oh, I love your show, I love watching it. It really makes me want to keep doing this, and yeah, hopefully if anything I'm an inspiration to you guys. I'm here to support you in any way I can, and I really want to start doing a few more tutorials, if anything. Now that I'm working full-time at Riot, it's going to be really hard for me to do any personal work, but if anything I can do, simple tutorials or video blogs, just to keep you guys updated and stay engaged with you, because like Riot, I'm big on community, I'm big on communication, through the internet. I think it's an awesome new tool that we have today, and I really want to use that to stay connected with you guys and all the awesome artists out there. So with that, I will simply just if you ever see me on the forums at leagueoflegends.com, I am Nockma. I have a little reindeer Kog'Maw as my icon. So feel free to go on there and post about the art, and you might just see me. Other than that, yeah, check out my DeviantArt, knockworst.deviantart.com. The KNKL Daily blogspot probably won't be getting updated anymore, just because of the sheer time. It just can't I just don't think that I can put the time in to keep that thing updated, unfortunately. But if you want to stay updated, please just subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's going to make it so much easier. And with that, I will bid thee farewell. Thumbs up if you like this, thumbs down if you don't, and yeah, just leave me a comment about what you thought about this. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. See you next time. Bye.